In triangle UVX shown, XW is the median. If VW is equal to 5x minus 11 and UW is equal to x plus 25, and the measure of angle XWU is 11x minus 9 degrees, which statement is not necessarily true? Is it A, that XW is the altitude of triangle UVX? Is it B, angle VXW is congruent to angle UXW? Is it C, that triangle UVX is an isosceles triangle? Or is it D, the measure of angle XWV is less than 90 degrees? Well, let's actually examine our algebraic expressions and the properties that we are given to see which of these are true or not necessarily true. First, let's start with the fact that XW is a median. When XW is a median, it splits the opposite side into two congruent pieces. So therefore, 5x minus 11 will be equal to x plus 25. Let's solve for x to determine its value. I can subtract x from both sides and get 4x minus 11 is equal to 25, and then I can add 11 to both sides and get that 4x is equal to 36, and then if I divide both sides by 4, I get that x is equal to 9. And then if we substitute our values of x into all of our expressions that we have, we would get that VW is 5 times 9, which is 45. 45 minus 11 is 34. And we would get that UW is equal to 9 plus 25, which is also 34. So again, that justifies our answer that x is 9 here. And now let's actually look at our angle. Angle XWU is 11x minus 9 degrees, so that's 11 times 9 minus 9 degrees. And that's again going to be the measure of angle XWU. And when I evaluate this, it'll be 99 minus 9, which is 90. So that is the measure of angle XWU. And because this is equal to 90 degrees, we have two sides are given to be congruent to one another. We have two adjacent right angles in here that are therefore congruent. And we can also say that XW is congruent to itself by the reflexive property of congruence. I have two congruent triangles here. We can say that triangle XWU is congruent to triangle XWV by side angle side. And because these two triangles are congruent by side angle side, we can say that XW is the altitude of triangle UVX. And altitude is a segment drawn from a vertex to the side across from it, such that it is perpendicular to the sides. And we have proven that because we got 90 degrees for this angle, that this is indeed an altitude. So that is true. VXW, this angle, is congruent to UXW. Okay, well, we can say that these two angles are congruent because we have congruent triangles and they are corresponding parts. And because the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, this is also a true statement. Similarly, UVX is an isosceles triangle. The legs of our triangle UVX will end up being congruent, again, because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And we have two legs of a triangle that are congruent, which makes the triangle isosceles. Choice D, the measure of angle XWV is less than 90? Well, that one's definitely false because we found out that it is 90 degrees, which is answer choice D is the correct answer here as the only false statement.